This one coin holds the spirit of a nation, the strength of a city, and the pride of a people. The 2001 New York State quarter dollar is more than just pocket change. It is a silent witness to American heritage, a tribute to liberty and resilience minted in the aftermath of a century's turn and released during a time of shifting history. This rare coin connects past to present and value to meaning. What makes this quarter so special? Why do collectors hunt for the one with the flaw, the one with the shine, or the one with the story? Stay with us as we uncover the hidden journey of the 2001 New York quarter. The secrets of its design, the precision of its minting, the errors that turned it into a gem, and the historical significance buried in its metal. You're about to dive into a tale where every curve, every letter, and every engraving carries the soul of America. In the year 2001, the United States Mint released the New York State Quarter as part of the historic 50 State Quarters program, a groundbreaking initiative that began in 1999. This program was designed to honor each of the 50 states in the order that they ratified the Constitution or were admitted to the Union. New York, being the 11th state to ratify the Constitution, in 1788 received its quarter as the third release in the year, 2001 following Massachusetts and North Carolina. The design of the New York State Quarter carries powerful symbolism deeply rooted in American history, culture, and geography. The reverse of the coin features the iconic Statue of Liberty, her right arm raised high, holding the torch of freedom standing tall in New York Harbor since 1886. The statue is one of the most recognized symbols of liberty and democracy around the world. In the background, a detailed outline of the state of New York is overlaid with a series of lines symbolizing the interstate highways and trade routes that run through the Empire State, connecting it to the rest of the nation and the world. The words "Gateway to Freedom" are boldly inscribed beneath the statue, a tribute not only to the statue itself, but also to the historical significance of Ellis Island and the millions of immigrants who passed through New York in pursuit of the American dream. The coin was designed by the talented artist Richard Schaff and sculpted by engraver Alfred Maletsky. Their collaboration ensured that the coin not only captured the spirit of New York, but also met the high technical standards of the United States. Mint, the obverse of the coin, features the classic portrait of George Washington designed by John Flanagan, first used on the quarter in 1932 and slightly modified for the State Quarters series. The release of the New York State Quarter was met with great enthusiasm from both the public and collectors due to the immense cultural significance of the state and its key role in American history. The quarter quickly became one of the most sought after in the series, especially versions with certain mint errors or those in pristine, uncirculated condition. In the year 2001, the United States Mint released the New York Quarter as the third coin of that year in the 50 State Quarters program, a monumental initiative that began in 1999 and continued until 2008, designed to honor each of the 50 states in the order in which they joined the Union. The New York Quarter was issued on January 2, 2001, commemorating the 11th state to ratify the Constitution, which occurred on July 26, 1788. New York, known as the Empire State, was an economic, political, and cultural powerhouse long before the Mint decided to put its image on a 25-cent coin. The designers of this quarter wanted to capture that identity and translate it into a symbol that could fit in the palm of a hand, a coin that would carry with it a rich historical narrative, powerful symbolism, and deep emotional resonance with collectors, historians, and Americans across the nation. The reverse design of the coin was created by Richard Schaff and sculpted by engraver Alfred Maletsky. It features the iconic Statue of Liberty, a recognizable figure known worldwide representing freedom, democracy, and hope. She stands tall with her torch held high, her gaze steady and unwavering in the face of time and history. Behind the statue is a depiction of the outline of the 13 lines meant to symbolize the roads, commerce, and migration that have passed through the state for centuries, uniting it with the rest of the nation. These lines do not merely represent highways or shipping routes. They speak to New York's role as a connector, a place where people, ideas, cultures, and products converge from the early days of Dutch settlement in the 17th century to the great waves of immigration in the late 19th and products converge from the early days of Dutch settlement in the 17th century to the great waves of immigration in the late 19th and early 20th centuries through Ellis Island, and onward to the economic developments of Wall Street and the global reach of New York City. Beneath the statue is the phrase "gateway to freedom," a phrase that carries immense historical weight it speaks of. The millions of immigrants who passed through the port of New York seeking new beginnings. It honors the role that New York played in welcoming people from every corner of the globe and offering them a new start in the land of opportunity. It reflects the deep emotional connection between freedom and the American identity, a connection that has always found its strongest expression in New York. On the obverse side, the coin retains the classic portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States, originally designed by sculptor John Flanagan in 1932. Flanagan's design was modified slightly for the State Quarters program to include additional inscriptions such as the state name and the year of issue. This continuity of Washington's profile across all state quarters reinforces the unity of the nation while allowing space for each state to express its own unique history and culture. The minting process of the New York Quarter took place at 3 facilities: the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint. The Philadelphia and Denver coins bear the P and D mint marks respectively and were struck for general circulation. The San Francisco Mint produced proof coins with the SE mint mark. These proof versions were available in both clad and silver varieties and were struck with specially polished dies and blanks to ensure a high level of detail, and a mirror-like finish. Collectors value these proofs for their craftsmanship and rarity. Among collectors, the New York Quarter is notable not just for its design and symbolism, but also for the variety of errors and varieties that have emerged during its production. One of the most famous of these is the double die reverse error, in which the design appears doubled due to a misalignment during the hubbing process. These errors can increase the value of the coin significantly depending on the clarity and position of the doubling. Other common errors include off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and die cracks, all of which are sought after by collectors looking to add unique examples to their collections. The demand for state quarters, especially in the early years of the program, was immense. Millions of Americans participated in collecting them, many for the first time. People searched their pocket change carefully, hoping to find new releases or rare mint errors. The United States Mint responded by producing billions of coins and creating educational materials to teach the public about coin collecting and American history. The State Quarters program is often credited with reviving interest in numismatics across the country and introducing a new generation to the hobby. The cultural significance of the New York Quarter grew even more profound following the tragic events of September 11, 2001. Although the coin was released months earlier in January, its imagery took on new meaning in the aftermath of the terrorist attacks. The Statue of Liberty, already a symbol of resilience and freedom, became a powerful emblem of the nation's unity, strength, and determination in the face of adversity. Many collectors and citizens came to see the coin not just as a representation of New York's historical importance, but also as a memorial to the spirit of the city and its people during one of the darkest moments in American history. As time passed, the New York Quarter continued to hold a special place in the hearts of collectors. Its symbolism, its connection to a pivotal moment in national memory, and its role in the broader narrative of the State Quarters program made it a must-have for anyone serious about American coinage. It also became a popular teaching tool in classrooms, where educators used it to discuss geography, history, and civics. Today, the value of a 2001 New York Quarter depends on several factors, including condition, mint mark, and any errors or varieties. Uncirculated examples from rolls or mint sets are typically worth more than circulated ones. Proof coins. Especially silver proofs can command higher premiums. Error coins with well-documented varieties can sell for significant amounts, depending on rarity and demand. The New York quarter stands as a testament to the power of coins as carriers of meaning, history, and identity. It reminds us that even the smallest objects can hold great significance, that a piece of metal less than an inch in diameter can tell the story of a people, a city, and a nation. It invites us to look more closely, to consider the stories embedded in our everyday lives, and to remember that the past is never as far away as it seems. From the early colonial settlements of New Amsterdam to the towering skyline of Manhattan, from the fight for independence to the waves of immigration that shaped the nation from Wall Street to Broadway, from the Hudson River to Niagara Falls, from Ellis Island to Ground Zero. The story of New York is the story of America, and the 2001 New York quarter captures that story with quiet dignity and enduring strength.